Hey there, music makers, and welcome back to my online studio. Today's warm-up is for beginners, and it's all about getting the arm to move correctly for a straight bow. Now, it's very, very natural when we're moving our arm, walking around, or maybe running. It's very, very natural to want to bend at the shoulder a lot. And this is great for all of those activities I just mentioned, but playing the violin, not so much. Our shoulder needs to become a little less involved, and so that's why I'm calling this warm-up the cold shoulder, because we want the shoulder to kind of freeze in place, and we're going to talk about it in a moment, but we're going to freeze it in place depending on which string we're on. So if we're on the E string, our shoulder and our elbow are going to be right about at the waist. Yeah, it's dropped and the shoulder's very relaxed, okay? And then we're gonna pretend we're holding the bow. Hold your arm right here so that the shoulder doesn't move. And I'm gonna try to just bend my elbow a couple times. And I'm kind of imagining I'm holding the bow, right? So I've got my fingers and my thumb together here. Imagining I'm holding the bow, try not to lift my shoulder or bend it any direction like this, like I'm running or walking. Yeah, I'm just holding it and I'm bending from the elbow. My wrist is bending a little bit too. If you can manage that, have the wrist come up and then down, right? So on up bow, the wrist moves up. Down bow, the wrist bends downward. Great. If that's too complicated right now, just worry about doing this. Just hold your imaginary bow and bend your elbow only. Don't let your shoulder move. Great. Now, if we go to A string, we're going to lift that elbow and we're going to freeze it in place again. So it's kind of in between shoulder level and at my waist relaxed. Yeah, so lift it up in the middle and do the same thing. Hold your arm if you need to. We're gonna just bend the elbow. Don't move your shoulder. It is frozen in place. Good, and if you can, do the wrist bend up, wrist bend down, wrist bend up, wrist bend down. Great, okay, and then let's move our shoulder up, and it's frozen again at shoulder height. I'm gonna turn this way and you can see, I'm gonna bend my wrist up, bend my wrist down. Bend my wrist up, bend my wrist down. Okay, this is D string. G string, we're going all the way up above our ear, very high. And I'm gonna freeze my shoulder in place again and pull my bow across the string. Do the wrist if you can. If that's too much, just practice bending your elbow like this. Great. Okay. Now try that out with the bow, and I hope this leads into straighter, smoother bows to create a beautiful sound on the violin. Hey, thanks so much for stopping in today and warming up with me. I really hope this leads into a great practice today. And if you haven't already, please check out my other videos. I have several other videos so far in this series having to do with warm-ups. I think it's an important part of the practice routine. And so if you're looking for more warm-ups, check out my channel. If you have suggestions for other warm-ups you'd like to see involved in this series, please let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, keep making beautiful music, and I'll see you in the next video.